So Boruto Chapter 80 just came out, and I gotta say, we got a lot to unpack here. So, with Kawaki doing the whole shenanigans with pretending that Boruto is actually the villain in the whole saga is such a evil plot point because for Kawaki to actually do that and feel no remorse whatsoever is actually insane to me because we have seen characters like Naruto or Nagato, they have had awful upbringing, but they wouldn't like betray the people that betray the people that actually care for them. And it's so insane to me. Like when Shikamaru actually came and actually asked if Naruto dead, and the fact that Kawaki actually forced Ida to say yes that he is dead, it is so insane to me that you are betraying not only Naruto, not only Ida, but actually the brother that actually the brother that is literally he literally been supporting you ever since you got to Konoha, and you've been doing him like this, and it's just so wild to me seeing how like even if someone like Ida is turning on Kawaki because I mean he just kind of frankly acting like a little man. Like he's not really acting like a shinobi or someone that's honorable because this is just so sad that you're going down this route. Now I get that you have PSD from the whole chicken and shiki, all that other stuff, but to do this especially after you have been living with Naruto family for so many days, months, or years. I don't know how long it's been that the duration of his stay at Konoha been, but he's been there for a decent time, and for him to still do that is so insane to me. And for the fact that like someone like Boruto, he recognizes that everyone's trying to go after him, Shikadai, Mitsuki, Inojin, and Chocho, but he's still on the side of things where he doesn't even want to hurt them. He doesn't consider them an enemy despite it being the opposite for them. They obviously think that Boruto is the true traitor, that he needs to die. And it's just so crazy to me seeing how Boruto, he still has kept his mental capacity relatively the same. He hasn't really deteriorated all that much. And, I think that's pretty alpha for something like Boruto to do. Because you have seen characters where they have, they have gone crazy, like Nagato, like Nagato, he had been through so much, and he actually went insane. Someone like Gara, he went insane after being called useless by his own father, or actually killing his own mother. And there's so many instances where Gara has lost so much. But the good thing in Boruto's case, I don't know why that Momoshiki actually thought this plan was gonna work, because when Sarda actually was confused about the whole situation about how everyone is declaring Boruto the traitor, he actually got upset on her behalf, and she recognizes that Ida is the culprit of this, and she pleads with Sasuke to actually stop this madness from occurring. And it's just so damn sad. Again, so damn sad seeing how Sarda, she still can't do anything because I mean, honestly, literally everyone is helpless in this situation. Like, literally, the only person who could help realistically in Sasuke, because how much of a bond that she had with Sarada, and and that's why she literally had to beg with Sasuke, literally begged him to the point where she unlocked her Mangekyo Sharingan. And I do like the fact that in both instances where she unlocked both stages of the Sharingan, the base Sharingan and the Mangekyo Sharingan, Sasuke was present in both instances, and I really like that because it just made me remind me of the Shin Uchiha storyline. And it was just so fascinating seeing how Sasuke, he truly believed to this. He truly believed, even at the end of this chapter, that Boruto could still be the traitor to all this. But because his faith in Sarda is so heavy, and just because that he literally witnessed her gaining the Makio Gekyo Sharingan, he putting all his faith in his daughter, and to the point where Momoshiki is genuinely baffled that Boruto, he still got this W to bag. He still got a supporter in the bleachers, and it's just so awesome seeing how Boruto, he still hasn't given up yet, because honestly, in Boruto's situation, this is not like the worst outcome to be in, because this. I mean, Naruto, he has suffered worse. Like even someone like Sake has said that you're in a similar situation as Naruto, and it's so fascinating. It's so interesting to me because Boruto has actually had this happen to him in the tuning exam, so it's not too far off. So I can't imagine that this is like world life ruining for someone like Boruto. I mean, this is not like the end of the world for Boruto. Could be because he has been in a similar situation as this, and not only that, there have been characters who have been through way worse than Boruto. Because so like yeah, I keep bringing Naruto, but he's literally been in war. Like he was a child, and he has been in war to the duration of that point to whenever the whole Hanzo shit happened, where not the I can't remember his name. The pain guy died or whatever his name. You know who I'm talking about. But with something like Gar, where he has literally have witnessed so much death and actually rejected love because he thought himself unworthy of it. And for someone like Boruto, I mean, he knows that it can be resolved. The situation can be resolved. It's not like a hopeless situation. And I think that's great to see Boruto actually up and at it and still trying to get the resolve to actually not kill his brother, but just to solve the situation altogether. And I think that is a great thing to me. And for seeing someone like Sake actually, protect Boruto, actually, seeing the dynamic of master student once again, I think it's pretty awesome. Seeing how that seeing how Boruto he still got it back, and so Momoshiki is so hilarious. Seeing how he was so he was so amped on this plan working. He was so giddy on the fact that Boruto was going to lose everything, that he could have switched places, and this is going to be his new body, and he's not going to be trapped in his body anymore. And he genuinely believed that this was going to be the end of the story, that he was going to be the new MC. And it's just so crazy to me that like you thought it was going to be that easy, that Boruto would just simply give up. Like this is the guy who's the son of Naruto. This is the guy who's the son of who's the grandfather of Boruto. Like he's not just gonna give up because you just asked him to. Like it's just so crazy to me that he genuinely believed that he thought that would actually work. And 'cause I thought there would be a more of a mental gymnastic between Momoshiki and Boruto, but if it's just this, I'm actually surprised that he thought just this alone would completely destroy Boruto. But on the other hand side of things, had Sake not been there, we might have seen Momoshiki either like switch over, or like Boruto probably would have gotten a beating, because I mean Boruto, like himself, he did not want to hurt his friend. And had Boruto died in that specific instance where Sake just doesn't save him, that would be such a cruel fate, being labeled as a traitor to everyone in the village and not having anyone love you. It's just so baffling. If Naruto were to come back after Boruto supposedly died, and he actually, reveals the truth that it's Kawaki, everyone in the village will feel so guilty that they killed Boruto, and there's nothing they can do about it. And it's just such an evil plan by Kawaki to continue on this route, despite the fact that literally nobody wants this. Literally nobody, like not even the savior that you're in love with. No, even Naruto doesn't want something as crazy, as unhinged as this plan. Because even someone like Ida, she genuinely apologized to Boruto because she didn't want this to happen. She didn't expect this massive scene to occur out of nowhere, and she actually seemed to dislike Kawaki a lot more and respect Boruto a lot more, because it's so fascinating how she actually disregarded Boruto as a kid, but actually the opposite. She actually seen Kawaki as a child, because Kawaki is just so sad seeing him the way he is. Like it's so sad. Like like even like he's never gaining true happiness. Like it's so sad to me that he can never get true happiness. He can never have a actual family because he's destroying it with his own hand. It's just so depressing to see. And for Boruto, I think it's honestly, it's so mature of him to actually try to not blame Kawaki, but at the same time, I don't know if I could blame. I don't know if I could forgive Kawaki for doing something like that to me personally, because and actually, sympathize, because I get it, like Kawaki had a bad past, but to do all of this, like there's no way I'm forgiving him. Like I just can't forgive a monster who is ruining literally everyone's life. He made so many people cry, so many people despair, and to do all this for your own happiness, it's just a really selfish and gummy move, and to the point where even someone like Ida, who was once loved by any means necessary, even someone as desperate for love as her, is losing respect for Kawaki. That's how you know that Kawaki actually actually just going the side of things where nobody can really respect him for, and it's the same for me. I can't really respect him for that. And for Boruto, it's just so awesome seeing how he beat Momoshiki. Like he beat Momoshiki when it comes to the the mental state of things. He beat him, like he won at a certain point in time, and just so awesome seeing how like he could have tried to get stronger. And the fact that even someone like Ida says, I'm not gonna help Shikamaru or Kawaki discover where he is. I'm not gonna do any of that because it's my fault, and I don't want to contribute to Boruto dying, which is understandable because that literally helped no one in this case, except Kawaki, obviously. But it's just so interesting seeing how Boruto is actually going to go on this training regiment whenever this occurs, however long this may be, is what I mean. Because with someone like Boruto, I think it's going to be fascinating to see how he's going to how strong he's going to be after the time skip, because I do think it's definitely going to be the next chapter that we do to see the time skip, but it sucks that we're going to go on a hiatus, and I believe we're returning in August and September, but it's just a damn shame we're not going to see the results of that training anytime soon. And it's just so crazy to me seeing how someone like Damon was actually saying how you need to get stronger to the point where we can have an actual match. And I am curious to see how that actually going to turn out. And speaking of actual matches, it is such a shame we didn't see Himawari in this chapter, and because I actually would have been so fascinating to me seeing how Himawari would reaction would have been to this. And speaking of Himawari, it intrigued my interest seeing her involvement in this whole saga, considering how someone like Damon is saying how she has a whole lot of potential, and we're not going to see the results of that anytime soon. Now, it could be a scenario where Boruto actually may have to fight Himawari, or actually need to calm her down. Cause I do imagine that Himawari, she's gonna be training as well, because she lost everything. She's not gonna be the innocent person that we initially saw before in the past, because Himawari had everything at this current point in time, and now she has lost everything. And I think it's gonna be the opposite, where Boruto, he's still relatively the same. I think it's going to be the opposite with Himawari, because since she's younger, it could affect her a lot more differently, and she literally got nothing besides Kawaki. But I don't even think Kawaki really cares about Himawari all that much. So we're definitely going to see some significant power boost besides Boruto himself. I am curious, so excited to see the progression of Himawari and Sarada, of course. But I guess we just have to see that in the future chapter, because, again, I mean, it's going to be a long road before we get that. But nonetheless, I'm still excited to see the progression of all of this. And because this chapter was such a good cliffhanger, and I would love to know your thoughts about all of this, about the progression of Boruto and the downward trend that Kawaki is going. I would love to know your thoughts about your favorite moments in this chapter, or your favorite moments in the arc, rather, because it seems to be the conclusion of this arc. Regardless, I want to know your thoughts about all of this in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.